From the Classic 107 studios in downtown Winnipeg, 107 Live for Birchwood Jaguar, the art of performance.
And welcome to the Friday edition of Morning Light and Birchwood Jaguar 107 Live here on Winnipeg's Classic 107. In the studio with me this morning is cellist David Liam Roberts, one of the winners of the WMC scholarship competition. He won the Madeleine Gauvin Scholarship. He is a cellist, and he's been described as prodigiously gifted young cellist who displays an artistic sensibility well beyond his years. He is a student of Yuri Hooker. He's been awarded a number of prizes here in Winnipeg in different competitions. He'll be performing with the Women's Musical Club of Winnipeg on December 29th as part of their WMC Scholarship Winners performance. Along with 4 other performers, he's going to be performing on cello. And he's here in the studio to give us a little preview of his stylings. Good morning, David.
Good morning.
Thank you for, welcome back, I should say. You've been to our studios before, so welcome back. Nice to have you on my show. I haven't had you yet on my show, so.
Yeah, glad to be here.
So we're going to ask you to play one song, and then we'll have a little conversation. What have you lined up for us first?
I'll be playing Caprice Number 7 by Carlo Alfredo Piatti.
Okay, here is David Liam Roberts on the cello. There you go, David Liam Roberts on the cello. He chose a very easy, simple piece for the morning with not too many notes. Wow, that was quite a piece to start off with in the morning, David. That's pretty incredible. So there's a few notes involved in that piece, that Piatti, yeah?
Yeah,
yeah.
Pretty notey.
Pretty notey, noteworthy.
Yeah.
You're listening to Birchwood Jaguar 107 Live. In the studio with me this morning is cellist David Liam Roberts, who's part of the WMC Scholarship Winners competition and a performance coming up on December 29th with the Women's Musical Club of Winnipeg. He won the Madeleine Gauvin Scholarship. So, David, you're in grade 12. You told me off air. Grade 12.
Yeah.
You're being homeschooled.
Yeah, homeschooled.
So you've been homeschooled for your... How long have you been homeschooled for?
Until about grade 5. Yeah, I was
Since grade 5, you mean?
Yeah, I
Since
was in
grade-
I was
okay.
in public school for until that time, but I just thought it was actually not really for musical reasons. It was right around the time that I was starting to take cello seriously. So the fact that I get more time to practice and fit my schedule around practicing was definitely a huge benefit. But yeah, and also academically, I actually chose it above public school. But yeah, time to practice is definitely a big plus for homeschooling, I think.
So how much time do you practice every day?
About 3 or 4 hours.
3 or 4 hours
A
every
day.
day? Is it certain times of the day, or does it vary? Or
Yeah, it usually varies. Sometimes in the morning, sometimes in the evening.
and who is your when you're at home? Do you have somebody watching you at home, or it's just simply practice?
Yeah, around when I was about 9, I started practicing on my own.
Around when you're 9.
Yeah.
And who's your teacher? Is it Yuri Hooker still teaching you right
Yeah,
now?
I
Or?
studied with Yuri for about 5 years now.
Okay. Well, tell us. I know you've been on our station before, but for those people that don't know you, tell us a bit about your background in music. When did you? What are your earliest musical memories that you have?
Well, I started when I was 3, and yeah, since then I started playing with my siblings, my older brother and older brother and sister played the violin.
Okay.
And I started playing with them when I was about 5, just to busk at the forks around Winnipeg. And yeah, since then I'm in a chamber group at the U of M, the Chroma Quartet. We've performed quite often around Winnipeg. I spend quite a lot of my time with those people at the U of M.
Who are they?
Greg Lewis and
Oh, yeah.
Hannah Humphreys on the violin and John Selleck on the viola.
Okay. Yeah, Greg was just in here the other day.
Yeah.
He's
Last
one of the
week.
winners as well.
Yeah, he's first place winner, and yeah, so I've been in doing string quartet and in youth orchestra. That's definitely been a big part of my growth in Winnipeg. I was in youth orchestra since I was 7, and for the past few years I've been principal cello of the youth symphony. But now I've mostly been performing with the U of M Symphony Orchestra as a community player.
Mm-hmm. Is that your plan to head to U of M next year, or are you applying to other universities, or do you know what's coming your way next year?
Yeah, well, I actually just applied at the Curtis Institute of Music in Philadelphia and the Colburn School in Los Angeles. So I'm planning on auditioning live there in February, both those places.
Wow. So when you want to find out March or April or so when you where you get accepted?
Yeah, well, I passed the pre-screening round in Los Angeles, like in Colburn for Los Angeles. So I just got confirmation a few weeks ago, and so yeah, the auditions are in February. Looking forward to that.
Nervous, excited, bit of
Yeah,
both.
Pretty nervous, but very excited.
So what do they require from you when you go to? Is it up to you what you play, or do they ask you to play a certain piece so they can judge it against other people?
Yeah, they have certain guidelines, like certain concertos, certain sonatas, but yeah, I got to choose my pieces.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So what are your kind of, when you were growing up, who are some of your inspirations, whether it's young players or old players, who are some of your cellist inspirations?
Well, I remember being really young and looking up to some older cellists. They seemed old to me, but they were more like 13. I remember Xander Howard Scott. He was a cellist in Winnipeg. He's just finished his degree in McGill, I think, right now.
Okay.
And I remember looking up to him, and obviously the great cellist. Yo-Yo Ma is an amazing person, and yeah, I've studied with so many great cellists. I have so many mentors.
Have you met any of your sort of these legendary cellists that you've mentioned? Have you ever met Yo-Yo Ma or anyone?
I have not. No, not yet.
Not yet.
He's kind of hard to get a hold of, I hear. But
Is he? You've tried. I've tried calling his home, but he wouldn't answer.
yeah, he was supposed to come to Winnipeg like a few years ago, but
Didn't make
work
it.
out.
Mm-hmm. So you're going to be part of this performance coming up with 4 other performers as well. How many pieces are you going to be playing that evening?
I'm playing 5 pieces actually. two pieces by Bach, two movements of this from the Sixth Suite. I think Emily, the violist, is playing one movement from that same suite. So you're going to hear three movements from the Sixth Solo Cello Suite. And I'm also playing the piece I just played. I just played an excerpt of that. And also a piece called Spinning Song by Popper, a very fast showpiece, and A Poison Lève by Fauré, a song transcribed for cello and piano.
Beautiful. So what you're going to play us another song right now?
Yeah, I will. I'm going to play the Gigue from the Sixth Solo Cello Suite.
Okay, let's have a listen. Here's David Liam Roberts on Birchwood Jaguar 107 Live. That's fantastic. Fantastic. David Liam Roberts on the cello, and he is going to be performing on December 29th as part of the WMC Scholarship Winners Concert with the Women's Musical Club of Winnipeg. And there's 5 performers that evening. You can go to womensmusicalclubofwinnipeg.ca for information and tickets. Thank you very much, David. Pleasure to have you here. I got a quick question for you before we go. I'm going to put you on the spot. Do you play any Christmas music on the cello?
I do.
You do? Since it's so close to Christmas, how about playing us just one short work, even if it's only a minute or so of it? Let's have a listen. I'm putting him on the spot. This wasn't planned. He's shaking his head. He's going, oh no, I'm going to get this guy back. He's going to ask me to sing next, probably. Here he is. That's the one I was thinking about.
Silent Night.
Thank you very much. I'm sorry to put you on the spot. I just wanted to hear a little Christmas music. I knew you were capable of it. That's why I asked you. Thank you very much. You've been listening to David Liam Roberts here for Birchwood Jaguar 107 Live. Have a great time with your concert. And you know what? Best of luck with all the places that you have applied to.
Thank you.
Look forward to hearing where you get into. Looks like you're heading south. So
Most likely.
Most likely. And again, best of luck with that.
Thank you so much.
107 Live is Classic 107's intimate concert series, brought to you by Birchwood Jaguar, the art of performance.